Your balcony has been sitting there wasted, and there's a tiny fix for that. I found 10 gadgets on Amazon that turn a cramped outdoor space into an actual room you want to spend time in. Some cost less than your last takeout order, and none of them require a landlord's permission, a drill, or any construction skills whatsoever. Number 1 on this list is the kind of upgrade that makes neighbors ask where you got it, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why. Welcome back to Gadget Vault. Every product is linked in the description. Let's get into it. Number 10. A folding bistro table set. And this is the gadget that actually makes a balcony feel like a room instead of a hallway you walk through on your way to somewhere else. It folds flat in seconds, so you can lean it against the wall the moment you're done and get your space back for storage or exercise. The metal frame is weather rated, which means it survives rain and sun without rusting out after one season the way cheaper versions do. 2 chairs and a small round table are all it takes to turn a coffee break into an actual moment outside instead of standing at the railing. It's compact enough to fit balconies as narrow as 3 feet wide, and most sets come with everything you need in one box. No extra tools required. If your outdoor space has never had a place to sit, this is where that changes, and it happens fast. Number 9. Solar string lights. And these solve the exact problem of not wanting to run an extension cord out to your balcony every single evening. A small solar panel charges during the day and powers the lights automatically once it gets dark. No outlet, no timer, and no remembering to plug anything in. They're waterproof, so you don't have to think about bringing them in before a storm rolls through unexpectedly. The warm, white glow makes even a plain concrete balcony feel intentional the second the sun goes down. Almost like a string of tiny promises that the day isn't over yet. Most sets run 6 to 8 hours on a full charge, which covers an entire evening outside without ever dimming or flickering out early. It's one of those $5 a month upgrades that completely changes how a space feels at night, for less than the cost of a single takeout order. Number 8. A vertical railing planter, built for anyone whose balcony floor space is basically non-existent, no matter how they arrange the furniture. It clips directly onto the railing, so you get a real garden without giving up a single square foot of standing room below it. Herbs, flowers, or small vegetables all work, and the drainage trays keep water from dripping onto the balcony below, which matters a lot if you like your downstairs neighbors. Most versions adjust to fit different railing widths, so it's not a one-size-gamble purchase that ends up sitting in a closet. It turns a bare metal railing into the most colorful part of the whole space, and it takes less than 10 minutes to install with no tools at all. If you've been wanting plants but assumed there was no room, this is the workaround nobody mentions. Number 7. An outdoor privacy screen, and this is the gadget that makes a shared or exposed balcony actually feel like yours instead of a fishbowl. It mounts to the railing or a simple frame and blocks the direct sightline from neighbors or the street below without making the space feel closed in. Most are made from weather-resistant fabric or bamboo-style paneling, so they hold up through wind and rain without fraying at the edges after a few months. Setup usually takes under 20 minutes with zip ties or clips, no drilling required in most apartments, and no landlord approval needed. Beyond privacy, it also cuts down on wind, which makes a huge difference on higher floors where a breeze can turn a nice evening into an uncomfortable one fast. Once it's up, you stop feeling like you're on display every time you step outside, and that alone changes how often you actually use the space. Number 6. A portable fire pit, which sounds like it shouldn't work on a balcony, but the tabletop versions absolutely do, and safely. These run on small gel fuel canisters or bioethanol, so there's no smoke, no ash, and no open flame risk that most traditional fire pits carry with them. It puts out real, visible flame and a surprising amount of warmth for cool evenings, enough to actually change how long you want to stay outside. The compact size means it sits comfortably on a bistro table without needing extra floor space, and cleanup is basically non-existent once the flame burns out. It's become one of the most photographed gadgets on this whole list for a reason, showing up in comment sections asking where to buy one. If you want your balcony to feel like a destination after dark instead of an afterthought, this is the centerpiece that does it. Number 5. Weatherproof cushions, the upgrade that separates a balcony that looks nice in photos from one that people actually want to sit on for hours. Regular indoor cushions soak up moisture and mildew within weeks outside, But these use quick-dry foam and UV-resistant fabric built specifically to survive that environment. They shrug off a surprise rain shower without holding water the way foam normally does, so you're not stuck wiping down soggy cushions before every use. The fabric also resists fading, so a full summer of direct sun won't leave you with a bleached-out, patchy cushion by August like the cheap ones get. They zip off for washing, which matters more than you'd think once pollen season hits and everything outside gets a thin yellow film on it. It's a small swap that makes every other piece of outdoor furniture on this list instantly more comfortable and more usable. Number 4. A hanging egg chair, the single most requested gadget on this entire list once people see it in person and realize how it actually feels to sit in one. The stand is freestanding, so no drilling or ceiling mounting is required, which makes it apartment-friendly and completely reversible if you ever move out. It swivels a full 360 degrees and gently sways, which somehow makes a 5-minute coffee break feel like a real, deliberate break from the day. Most versions fold down flat for storage, so it doesn't have to live outside through winter if you don't want it exposed to snow and ice. The weight capacity on most models comfortably supports an adult, so it's not just a decorative piece for show, it actually holds up to daily use. Once you sit in one of these, every other balcony chair on the market starts to feel like a downgrade you're settling for. Number 3. A small outdoor rug, the gadget that ties a balcony together more than almost anything else on this entire list, and it's easy to overlook. Bare concrete or composite decking reads as unfinished no matter what furniture you add on top of it, and a rug fixes that instantly. These are made from fade-resistant, mildew-proof material, so rain and sun don't ruin them the way a regular indoor rug would within a single season. Most roll up in seconds for storage or cleaning underneath, and they're light enough to shake out over a railing without any real effort. It also softens footsteps and adds warmth underfoot, even on cooler mornings, when the bare concrete would otherwise feel freezing against your feet. It's the cheapest item on this entire list, and arguably the one with the biggest visual impact for the price. Number 2. A solar bug zapper lantern, because none of the rest of this list actually matters if mosquitoes chase you back inside after 10 minutes outside. It charges during the day off a built-in solar panel, so there's no cord and no batteries to remember, ever, on any schedule. At night, it doubles as ambient lighting, while quietly zapping anything that gets close using UV attraction, so it's doing 2 jobs at once. It's rated for outdoor use, so leaving it out through a rainstorm isn't a concern the way it would be with an indoor-only light. Most owners notice a real drop in bug activity within the first week of consistent use, especially in the evening hours when mosquitoes are worst. If bugs have ever cut your evening outside short before you were ready to go in, this is the fix nobody tells you about. And finally, number 1, the compact portable grill, the single gadget that turns a balcony from a place you sit into a place you actually cook real meals. These are built small and light enough for tight spaces, but most still deliver real sear and grill marks, not some watered-down compromised version of grilling. Many run on small propane canisters or electric coils, both of which are safe for balcony use in buildings where open charcoal typically isn't allowed by the lease. Cleanup takes minutes thanks to removable, dishwasher-safe grates that don't require scrubbing or soaking overnight. It folds down small enough to store in a closet when you're not using it, so it never has to sit out in the way. For anyone who assumed grilling required a backyard and a fence line, this proves otherwise, one small balcony at a time. That's my number 1 pick. Every link is in the description below. If this helped, subscribe, and I'll see you in the vault.